Have you ever been browsing your favorite website or watching your favorite online video stream only to have your access suddenly slowed to a crawl or cut off? And I'm not talking about a frustrated parent, spouse, child, or pet yanking the cord. And then you realize that every other site is working fine? Well, your initial response might be, those dingwads need to upgrade their network connection and servers, which, if they're experiencing higher than usual web traffic, may actually be the case. But another likely scenario is that the site is being hit by a distributed denial of service or DDoS attack. These nuisances come in many forms: amplification attacks, nukes, teardrops, smurfs, etc., but most operate in pretty much the same manner, by utilizing a large network of remote PCs, called a botnet when grouped together like this, to overwhelm another system's connection or processor, causing it to deny service to the legitimate traffic it's receiving. The first type of attack could be considered your standard blitzkrieg type, because it attempts to directly overwhelm a system, often by plugging all of its ports with garbage streams like incessant pings or endless fragmented packets without rebuilding instructions. It's about the equivalent of a kid in the back seat asking, "Are we there yet? Are we there yet? Are we there yet?" leaving absolutely no dead air to actually respond and say, "For the last time, no, we're not there yet!" Next up is your crank calls, attacks that cause further bandwidth and processing congestion by forcing the server to actually respond to their nonsense. This can be done in a number of ways: by forcing a website to handshake endlessly with new systems, or attempt to validate spam port connection requests before eventually giving out an ICMP destination error, or in the case of GET request attacks, triggering the sort of large-scale file transfers that only happen naturally when Taylor Swift releases a new single on iTunes. Our third type of attack, the most deadly move in the DOS-foo arsenal, is the DNS server amplification attack, or as I call it, the Death Star. This technique uses an individual PC's ability to act as its own domain name server to request the same sort of junk from the other techniques, then forward it to a target, amplifying the severity of the attack as much as 70-fold. This technique is apparently what allowed ne'er-do-wells to launch an attack on the scale of 400 gigabit per second recently, 50 times the largest recorded attack 10 years ago at 8 gigabit per second. Alright, Linus, so I guess I get it. Some junk runs in the background of my PC, turning it into a zombie for this so-called botnet, but why would anyone want to do this? Good question, and there's a wide range of motivations, from hacktivist groups trying to block access to terrorist recruitment websites, to gamers targeting opponents to increase their ping times for a competitive edge, to folks who apparently just want to watch the world burn. But the good news is protection against these sorts of attacks is getting easier and more affordable than ever, with techniques like running data through a high-capacity server or using scrubbing filters that prevent huge amounts of fake traffic from causing more than just a momentary slowdown. Not that these techniques help with the last kind of distributed denial of service attack, the kind we're about to unleash on lynda.com, where we use a sick 10-day free trial offer to cause copious numbers of real users to flood to a site to experience the kind of learning that only Lynda can provide. Lynda.com's courses are taught by real industry experts on subjects as diverse as programming, Photoshop, or even business, and since you can learn at your own pace, wherever you are, and whenever you've got some free time, meaning you actually don't all have to go to the site at the same time, so that's good. It's a great way to improve your enjoyment of your hobby or even kickstart a new career. So head over to lynda.com/techquickie and sign up for your free trial today. So I guess that's pretty much it, guys. Thanks for watching. Like the video if you liked it, dislike it if you thought it sucked, leave a comment if your feelings were more complicated than that, or you have suggestions for future Fast as Possibles. And as always, don't forget to subscribe and follow and all that good stuff.